Okay, so third grade, remember this whole week was on suffixes and the many different suffixes that we have in the English language. Suffixes are one or two letters or a group of letters that are added to the end of the word to change the meaning of the word. They can be added to nouns, they can be added to verbs, they can turn nouns into adjectives, they can make adverbs, they can compare two things, they can do a lot. So you have a lot of words on your word list for this week. So I'm just going to put a couple down, and I want you, when I write the word, I want you to think about that suffix and what you know about it. Blinked. In your head, you should be thinking, blink is my base word, ed is my suffix, even though, what does it sound like? Blinked. Sounds like a T, but I don't spell blinked like this. No. It's with an ed, and it makes it in the past tense. What about this word? Stashes. Stash is my base word. It's a verb, something you do. You hide it. I have to add es because it is an sh ending. What about this word? Welder. Weld is my base word. A welder is someone who puts things together, works with metal. So these are examples of words with suffixes. On your Fundations, you need to pick 5 words, underline your base word, and circle your suffix. Now, our sound-alike words for this week, you have quite a few. The first set is right and right. So remember, they're called sound-alike because they sound alike but are spelled differently with different meanings. This right is what you write with your hand. So a lot of times, if you know how to spell wrist, W-R-I-S-T, wrist, you write, you need your wrist to write. That's how I tell my kids to remember that this right has a W-R because you need your wrist to write. This right is just the opposite of left. Looking to the right, to the left. Most kids get this, R-I-G-H-T, or I'm right, I'm correct, or it could be I'm correct. If you can remember the W-R in wrist for the W-R in I-T-E, you have to memorize it that way. The next set is sun and sun, and these are pretty easy. Sun and sun. This sun is like a person. I have 3 sons, plural, but this sun is like O, a person, and this S-U-N. I think most of you know how to spell that. So those are your 2 sound-alike words for this week. I use my wrist to write. This right is left or correct. Sun with an O, sun with the U is the sunshine. Okay, good work this week with your Fundations. That was a lot. Next week, it will be 1-to-1-to-1. Bye, 3rd grade.